Hi everybody, it's Dave here and welcome to Holiday for Two. Today's video is titled Planning Your Next Camping Trip. And what I'm going to do is show you some tips and tricks that I use when I'm getting ready to plan my next camping trip. And for some of you, you may know some of these tricks and tips already, but I'm kind of aiming this for people who are just getting started in camping, or they want to go somewhere that they're not used to going and doing some camping at a distant spot, and they want to find some camping places. So stay tuned. I'll show you some tips and tricks on how to plan your next camping trip. Let's go.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
All right, before I get started on this, let me just say a couple things here. For some of you, I'm aiming this video for folks who are just kind of getting started in camping. Some of you may already use some of these tricks that I'm going to show you are online tools. Some of you may not know of any of them at all, but I hope you find some of this helpful. And if you do, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I put out more videos. But I hope this is helpful. If it is, hit the like button, please. But right now, what I'm going to do in just a second is I'm going to go inside and get on my computer and show you some online tools that I use when I'm at home getting ready to plan my next trip. Right now, if you have a notepad and pen or pencil, it might be handy to have that. Of course, the nice thing about video is you can always pause this, stop it, and go back and rewind. So let's go through step by step of things to do before you even start choosing campsites. Number one, what is your destination? Ask yourself that. Where do you want to go? And how much time do you have to get there? Is this going to be a 2 or 3 day weekend trip? Well, that's easy, right? But what if you want to plan a week or 2 weeks? That's going to be a little different, going to take a little more involvement in planning. But those are some things to sit down with your loved ones, your family, and choose on what a destination you want and how long you have to get there. That may depend on your work situation. Number two, what is the budget for your trip? How much do you want to spend on food? Camp fees. You're going to probably want to get campgrounds and they're going to charge fees. And of course, putting gas in your vehicle, whatever vehicle you're going to use for your trip. And trinkets. By that I mean souvenirs. Like if you go to Yosemite or Grand Canyon or Disneyland, places like that, you want to buy some souvenirs, right? So put that in your budget too before you get started. Number three, what are some activities that you want to do when you get there? Maybe you want to do some kayaking. Maybe you want to do some hiking. Maybe you just want to sit around and enjoy the nature. All right, so what activities do you want to do on your trip? And that, again, will depend on how much time you have. But you want to think about those ahead of time. Number four, what's the vehicle that you're going to be camping in? Are you going to use a car or a van or a pickup truck with a trailer behind it or a motorhome? Those kind of things. See, that's going to make a difference in your budget for gasoline. The nice thing about a big motorhome or a truck and trailer is you're gonna spend money on the gas, but you're gonna save money in things like hotels, because hotels are expensive and getting more expensive these days. So camping in a vehicle of any kind is going to save you money if you plan ahead and be strategic. Number five, food. Now, are you going to be eating out or eating in? Meal plan will save you a lot of time. If you sit down and figure out how many days you're going to be on your trip and figure out a meal plan for each day, and then go and shop to buy those things or pull stuff out of your house that you have or ahead of time, it's going to save you money in the long run. Now, if you're on a long trip, you may need to plan a stop somewhere to get groceries at a grocery store. I do this all the time. But eating in your RV or your tent or your motorhome or your van, whatever it is, you're going to save a lot more money if you plan ahead and don't plan on eating out. But if you want to treat yourself to eating out, there's nothing wrong with that either. So just plan that ahead of time. So now let's actually look at getting reservations. And there's two kinds of reservations I'm going to be talking about. There's the ones where you make reservations ahead of time at a popular destination. If you want to go to Yosemite or Yellowstone or Grand Canyon, you're going to need to make reservations at least 6 to 8 months ahead of time. So if it's December right now and you want to go somewhere this next summer, now is the time to make your camping reservations, because if you wait until May, they're going to be booked. But if you're going to wing it, that's the other one. Sometimes I like to go and just wing it. That's where you're going to stop and camp and maybe boondock or disperse camp somewhere for a couple nights. And you might you might mix it up. You might do some nights where you wing it, some nights where you make reservations. So you can do a little of both. All right, so let's take a look at some ways that you can make reservations in places you want to go. I like to use Google Maps to start off my planning. Now, I know a lot of you are probably familiar with Google Maps, and this is a great resource to use to start off when you're planning a camping trip. First of all, you can get different kinds of maps with Google Maps. You can get satellite, terrain, traffic reports. You can get the transit, like buses and trains and things like that, biking trails, and so much more. And so Google Maps has a lot of resources that are really great for planning your trip to start with. And let's say I'm going to just plan a hypothetical trip from my hometown of Phoenix, Arizona, to, let's say, Las Vegas, Nevada. There's a lot of things to do and see in between. If you're going to Las Vegas to gamble, that's one good reason to go there, I guess. But there's other things to do in Las Vegas. Let's just zoom in on Las Vegas and see how far it is. I'm going to click on Las Vegas. And some of you know this. Hit directions and then hit your starting location, allow, and it'll actually show you how many miles it is. So it's 284 miles, takes 4 hours and 29 minutes. That's a real easy trip if you're in an RV or a van or a car or anything and you want to camp along the way. Again, you want to think about the trip, the distance. You want to think about weather, what the weather's going to be like. I mean, there's so many things you want to think about first, but let's see about finding campsites. So let's zoom in on Las Vegas. Go up here to the search bar and type campgrounds. I do this a lot so I can find campgrounds that are in the area. And in just a second, you'll see a lot of these little red dots pop up. If they have like a little red right there, that's a campground. Now, so we have friends that actually want to camp over here in the mountains on the west side of Las Vegas. We're going to probably be going here this winter. Fletcher Campground in this area, Hilltop, somewhere in here. And we're going to check these out. And I hear they're just beautiful up there. And in fact, you click on, let's say Fletcher, just for example. Click on that and it'll actually show you pictures that people have taken of the campground. Another thing to do is look at the reviews. You'll see all these reviews down here and how many people have been there and what they think about them, what they liked about it. Also take pictures of their campsite. This is a very useful tool because not only does it give you the reviews and what other people think, but it also shows you what it looks like. You can obviously look at the picture and say, well, I got a truck and a trailer just like that. I'll be fine. So that's a good thing to know. If you're going camping in a tent, there's a big tent spot right there. That's what they call a tent pad. So you have a table, a barbecue grill, and a tent pad. So you can put your tent up right there. Nice. Fletcher View Campground is available through Recreation.gov. And so I'm going to click on that and see what happens here. Another website's going to pop up. And this is where I said about reserving a spot to stay. You're going to type in the dates that you want to go there. And then you can, when you get the right dates, you're going to click on a campsite, say, ooh, I like this one, number 11. Notice some of these have FF. That's first come, first serve. That means they hold those campsites for people that get there, first come, first serve. But some are available for reservation. Those are the ones with an A. So you click on the ones you want, look at the details, and it'll even give you the price down below. Enter date. Oh, they want me to enter dates. They're not giving me a price yet, but I'm going to guess the campsites are probably anywhere from $20 to $25 a night. I'm going to show you a resource that I like to use to find free campsites. So let's say you want to really budget this and you want to do something. And remember, I said wing it earlier. If you're going to wing it, this is a good one. Let's type in Las Vegas. I love this website because it shows me like boondocking, dispersed camping areas around any town that I want. And all you have to do is type in the name of the town that you want to go to, and you can see all these campsites pop up. And there they are right over there. See them pop up. There's Rainbow Springs, Dispersed Camping, and several others. Level Canyon Campground. Free sites, including group spaces, no amenities. Sandy Valley Road boondocking. So if you want to do boondocking or dispersed camping, there you go. And it even will give you directions when you click up here. Click on Get Directions and it'll show you how to get there. So I wonder why they have this there. Maybe because that's kind of free, but that's the Excalibur Casino. A flat parking lot belonging to the casino is excellent. At the weekend, the lot can get very busy, but during the week, there's plenty of space. You see, some of those casinos, you can pull in and camp, and they have RV spots. That's really kind of the only reason they do that. They want to get business in there. And so freecampsites.net. I'll put links to these below so you can check them out. It's a great resource. Let's go to the next one. This one is a little bit different. This one is actually a membership that I have to Compendium. I'll put a link below. It's very reasonable. I want to say $39, $49 a year. And it's actually part of what they call road trippers now. I think it's all covered under one membership. But for like $39 or $49 a year, you get this resource. And it's really very handy if you do a lot of camping. Let's type in Las Vegas and see what pops up. And there we go. There is Las Vegas right there. Right where that little red dot is. Now you can move the map around. Here are some of those boondocking spots up in the mountains that we saw earlier. And let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see what pops up. Fletcher View Campground. Let's click on Fletcher View because I just looked at that one a minute ago. And it gives you the altitude or the elevation. Reservations, yes, they take reservation. Asphalt, number of sites. Tent camping is available, yes. Last paid $33 and longest RV reported was 30 feet. So this gives you a lot of information, Compendium does. It also shows free camping. You see that? There's RV parks, places where you can free camp, national parks that have campgrounds you can go. I mean, there's just so much that you can use as resources here. And if you get yourself an account, you can easily start planning your vacation on there. So like I said, the first thing I do, though, is I always start with Google Maps to kind of plan out the way that I want to go and the route. Because you never know what city you want to go to, whether it's to Kansas or whether you want to go to Minneapolis, whatever city you want to travel to, there's going to be places to camp along the way. And of course, you want to think about the weather because right now it's cold up there, so I'm not going to go camping up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But during the summer, it would be beautiful up there. Now, on your tablet, whether you're using, I'm using an iPad, but if you have an Android tablet, it has something, they have the Google Play Store, which has a lot of these too. I'm going to go to the App Store. You want to look for a couple of apps that I use a lot. These are two apps right here. This one is called The Dirt at the top. Dirt, RV, and free camping. There is a fee for the Dirt. That sounds funny. There's a fee to get the subscription for the Dirt, DYRT. And this is a really good website. I have never downloaded this and used this yet, but the more I hear about it, the more it makes me want to go ahead and open it up and subscribe to the Dirt. This is one I've just heard about like a couple months ago. The one that I do belong to is Road Trippers. And it's okay. It does include Compendium, which is one of the reasons why I got Road Trippers. Let me open and I'll show you what it looks like. This app actually will help you plan your trip. If you pick like a starting point and a destination, it will actually go through everything and help you find stuff. I hope you found some of this helpful. I showed you a lot of stuff that I do on the computer to plan my trip before I even get out the door. But there's a lot of other things to consider, like I said during the video, before you get ready to go on your trip. I mean, there's always the things that you know about already, like loading your motorhome, what kind of things to take. But sometimes just going to a new area and looking for camp spots or places that you can boondock and so on can be a little daunting if you're just getting started. So I hope you found this helpful. Have a great day. Safe travels wherever you're going. Catch you on the next video. Catch you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.